Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I've got another Halloween look. Clearly this is definitely not a going out look. This is actually what I'm going to be for Halloween. I'm going to be Beetlejuice. It's like one of my all-time favourite characters, one of my all-time favourite makeups, and I've never done it for Halloween and I don't know why. So I'm picking this year to do it. I think it'd be pretty cool. This is generally what I'm going to do. It was actually quite a good practice run for me as well to see how it turns out for Halloween. So yeah, I really love how it turned out. Obviously, like, I paint my fingers as well, but like I'm not doing that now. I'm gonna wash this off as soon as I'm finished this. But I try to do like glam for the eyes, and then like the Beetlejuice mossy dirty kind of face. I love how this side turned out. So yeah, I actually really love how it turned out. I think it's like a slightly girly or like glam Beetlejuice, but still in the creepy, horrible kind of Beetlejuice as well, because the skin. I just think it looks really cool. I kind of tried to make it look like there's moss on my face and everything. And my hair, I don't know how I'm going to back brush my hair, but I'm going to attempt to do it. I'll probably have to do a hair mask and everything tonight, so yeah. If you do want to see how to get this look, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're going to start this look off with the MAC Full Coverage Foundation in white, and I'm going to add tiniest little bit of the Kryolan Supracolor in 517. And you mainly want this to be white, but I wanted to make it just slightly grey, but the grey is very pigmented, so you only need a tiny little bit. And I'm just applying this all over my skin, all over my face. You can bring it down as far as your costume goes, onto your neck, into your ears. I did into my ears for this one because I wanted it to be a little bit more authentic looking, and all the way down onto my neck. Once you have a nice even coat all over, I'm just going in with a slightly denser brush to give a little bit more coverage in certain areas, so over any redness. We want to look dead, guys, so you want to make sure that there's no kind of pinkiness coming through on the skin. And then I went in with a tiny bit of more of the grey mixed in with the white, and I'm using that just to contour my cheeks. You're not really going to see this, I just thought it might add something to the look, but to be honest you could probably skip this. And with this I'm just contouring my forehead as well. Again, you could probably skip it. I just did it because I thought it would add a little bit extra dimension to the face. And to keep all this on, we're going to use the RCMA No Colour Powder, and we're going to just set the face with this. So tapping that all over the skin. Always tapping so you're not moving the foundation underneath it. Onto the eyes, we're going to use the MAC 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. And I'm just popping that all over my lid. Don't worry about doing your brows because we're going to be kind of filling them in later on. I'll show you in a few minutes. But we're just going to pack that all over the eye, putting a little bit of primer into the brows as well to make sure the colours stick there. And then taking some primer and running that quite thickly underneath my eyes. Next we're going to take Makeup Geek's eyeshadow in Friend Zone, which is like a grey brown, and this is going to be our Tim Burton contour. So I'm going to bring that down the sides of my nose, all the way up to the bridge there, right underneath my eyebrow, just to give a bit more of a hollowed effect to the eye. And then we're going to go in with Inglot Eyeshadow in 487, which is a mauve shade, and on the same brush I'm just going to buff that into my crease. Bring that all the way up to your brow. You want to bring this up nice and high. And then just using a stiff brush, I'm just popping that through my brows just to help not cover them, but just get rid of the brow look off them. It's going to kind of blend it into the other colours that we're going to use. And then taking that same mauve shade and quite heavily bringing that down under the eyes. As you can see, you don't need to cover your under eye circles with this look, it's great. Then we're taking the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean, and I'm just packing that all over the lid. You don't need to wing it out or do anything fancy with it, just pop it all over the lid. And run that a little bit underneath the eye, just to give it a little bit of depth around the eye, make it look a bit more hollowed out as well. And then just with my finger, I'm just smoothing that over so that the eyeshadows we put on top go on nice and smooth. My next colour is going to be the Inglot Eyeshadow in 375, which is a bright, well actually not really bright, it's like a mid-tone purple. And on a MAC 217 we're going to buff that into the crease. We're going to bring this up quite high as well. Almost up to the brow as well. I'm also going to bring that into that hollow area right under my brow. And again, quite heavily applying that underneath the lower lash line. Like you're emphasising your dark circles basically. And then just go back in with my 6SS and blend out the edges. You don't really mind if it's a little bit smudgy because it is, you're supposed to be dead, you're not supposed to be perfect, so that's fine. But I actually quite like the messy effect, but you can make it as blended as you want. To help darken the look a little bit, I'm going to take Inglot's Eyeshadow in 308, which is a really deep, almost black aubergine shade. And I'm just popping that with a MAC 221 brush into my crease. And I'm also putting that just below my brow onto the bridge of my nose there. And running that along my lower lash line. It's a lot of repetitive, but we're just kind of layering up the colours to get a nice deep effect. And to darken it even more, we're going in with Inglot Eyeshadow in 306, which is basically almost black, but it's like a charcoal black. And we're just popping that to the outer corner. On the lid, we're going in with the Velvet Matte Eyeshadow from Catrice in the shade Burgundy, which is like a satin matte. And we're just packing that all over the lid. Make sure you get all the way across. And this is why we've got that nice dark base down. Helps the colour come out really deep. For my waterline, I'm going in with Inglot Soft Precision Liner in number 20, which is just a black. Popping that into my waterline. You want to go for something that's nice and soft because we are going to smudge this a little bit. Make sure you get right in between your lashes as well on your lower lash line. And then taking a flat stiff brush, we're going to just go in and smudge that down. Just because I'm wearing lashes, I'm just popping a little bit of liner across my upper lash line. You don't need to wing this out at all. I prefer it not winged out, to be fair. Just line your lash line. And then finish off with some mascara. Popping that on the top and bottom lashes. Next, onto the skin, we're going to do some contouring, quite heavy contour than what I normally do. And I'm using the shade Friend Zone again, and we're going to just use this with a contour brush from Real Techniques and hollow out those cheekbones. Go as heavy as you feel like you need to go. Look at reference pictures of any of Tim Burton's characters. They are all very heavily contoured and quite grey as well. So I just did just below my bottom lip. I'm doing just along my jawline there and down my temples and on the sides of my forehead. This just gives us a really gaunt, dead sort of effect. To highlight, I thought it would be really cool to add some of a green highlighter. So we're going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, the highlighting palette, and we're taking the shade Lucky Charm. I'm just popping that onto my cheekbones, down the centre of my nose. This just gives a real creepy glow because it does have a green duochrome. Yeah, onto the fun part. We're going to go in with the green. This is the shade 59 from Inglot. And on an Inglot 4SS, I'm just going to map out where I want the green to go and the kind of mossy parts. And I am using a photo of Beetlejuice for reference. So just trying to map it out. And I look really angry here and I don't know why. I think I'm concentrating. But I do look quite angry. But yeah, we're just going in with that. And then we're going in with the shade 58, which is a deeper grass green. And I didn't film that part, but I just went over those areas just to kind of make it a little bit stronger in green. Next, what I'm doing is taking some liquid latex, just popping a little blob of it or whatever kind of shape you want to do. You can kind of follow the photograph if you want to. And then putting some tissue paper, preferably something with no pattern on it. So just plain tissue paper. And I'm just using a spatula for this, and then you can kind of crumple it up or like push it around with your fingers as well to get a nice bit of texture, because that's all we're doing this for, is just texture, so it looks a little bit mossy. This is all out of focus, which is great.
And you are but pushing it all around. And then to colour that over, we're going in with the Kryolan Supracolor in 512. And I'm just popping that over top of these. So the latex will dry clear. I think I went over with a little bit of the green eyeshadows as well. But the green cream colour works best because it just sticks straight to the colours. And you don't need to be neat with this. You want to see texture, you want to see gaps. I put it onto the skin as well. You want it to be a bit messy. You want it to look like you've lived in the ground. And to make that more kind of I've lived in the ground effect, I'm taking the shade 101 from the Supracolor from Kryolan. This is just a dark brown, and with a femme brush I'm just popping some of that over the green. You don't want it to look brown, you just want to add a little bit of brown into it so it looks a little bit dirty. And then because I want to be a little bit glam with this look, even though Beetlejuice isn't very glam, I'm going in with the 3D Femme lashes from Primark Beauty. And just popping those on, they're nice and dramatic. And that's your finished look.
So that's your finished look. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope this gave you some inspiration, and any Beetlejuice lovers out there, please let me know down in the comments because I love that movie and I watched it there while I was doing this makeup just to continue my inspo. But I love that movie, and I really love how this turned out. I didn't think it'd turn out as well as it did. I was a bit worried about trying to do like the mossy parts because I was like, oh god, it probably just will look like stuff stuck on my face, but I actually quite like how it turned out. I love how the eyes turned out. I'm amazed that I could do my hair like this, even though I know it's just mental and backbrushed and greasy looking because I put oil in it, but I'm not good at hair. I can't do these kind of things in my hair, but I did it. I just had a blazer at home that had the stripes on it, but obviously I would get ones that have like more bigger stripes on it. That's what my costume will be eventually, but I haven't got one yet because I'm pre-recording this. So yeah, if you did like this look, then give me a big thumbs up below, hit subscribe down below, and like I said, let me know in the comments. Any Beetlejuice lovers, let me know. Any Tim Burton lovers, let me know. I want to know. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!